Caring for children with microcephaly is not an easy task, as you'll hear from these mothers, some of whom have had to stop working to take care of their child. Tell me a little about Bina.
Well, since being a barn, I train with her, trying my best with her. She have very special need that she need, and it's something that I wasn't aware of and I wasn't prepared for. But I'm getting along with it and I'm getting accustomed to it as she grow. Everything like changes, my life like change, but I'm trying with her.
So do you think you're getting the support needed to care for her?
Yes, yes, I'm getting, because I used to take her to Salmiri since she was like 3 months, but I don't get to go every week or something once in a week. So how would they having a bus for her now to bring her here 3 times a week? It will be good. She will get more exercise that she used to get. Yeah.
So they pick her up from home and
Bring her here and then they take us back. Today's the first day here for me. I come at the meeting last week, but today's the first day for her. We'll start the therapies here.
So what exactly happens when you bring her here for therapy? What do they do? What are the exercises, the different things that they do?
Well, we sit with her. They show us what to do. We do stretches. We do like they talk to them, show them things, try to get them to make sounds. And the bones are very stiff in them. We're not getting them straight. So things like that. Try to get them straight, soft, and get the bones to move and turn because they don't do nothing. They don't sit or nothing. You have to hold them up all the time.
Okay, so tell me a little about her as a person. Apart from her condition, I know she's still a child and, she must have amazed you in a number of ways. So tell me a little about her.
Well, she's sometimes she could be like crying a lot, but otherwise than that, she's a very happy child and she's very strong. Because to me, like she goes through a lot. When she cries, we don't know what she cried for, but she just be crying. And we just hide her all the time. And when she finishes, something just get like disgust with that. But when she done cry and she started smiling and laughing at you again, like you just say, why you been thinking those things in your head? For me, she's a very happy child and she's always smiling. And she's strong. She's a strong child.
So as a parent, what is your wish or hope for her as she gets older?
Well, with the situation she in, as I go to tell me and go to place, I hear people say that that she wouldn't get to walk or anything. I just glad if she could just sit and understand when I tell her to sit there or things like that, and get her to eat. I really want her to eat what she don't eat. She's drinking the powdered stuff most, and if I make anything for her like soup, I gotta blend it up and feed her. So I just wish for her to eat and sit on her own or try to stand.
How do you feel about the treatment that your child has been receiving?
Well, it's very helpful to me and to Aquina.
So what does it entail? What does she usually do when she come here for attention?
Well, normally they would exercise her and they would do different stuff with her.
Okay, so tell me a little about her.
Well, Aquina is 2 years old. And she's 2 years old. And with Aquina's situation, it's not easy. In the morning, sometimes you gotta get up early, like 2, 3 in the morning. Like she's a normal baby. And you gotta prepare stuff for her. And she wouldn't eat like normal baby. You would have to feed her with your finger because using a spoon, she would just like bite it, so it would be painful to her. You gotta bathe her, you gotta clean her and everything you have to do for her.
What would you say are her strengths, her strong areas?
Well, she don't do much, but the little that she would be on her belly and she would try to move. That's all she could do for herself right now.
Okay, so you're seeing effort in terms of her trying to move around.
Yeah.
So what has been the most difficult part of caring for her?
The most difficult part for her for me, is that feeding her, like she don't get to eat enough food.
I like what they're doing for the children, and it's helping him a lot.
So tell me a little about him.
Nathaniel here don't like to stay with anyone but his mother or father. If you leave him with anyone, he won't eat. He will misbehave till whenever I meet home back.
Oh, so you actually work.
I used to, but I had to stop and stay home because when I leave to go to work at 7, if I give him a feed for 7, he won't eat back till I meet home but 6 o'clock.
Wow.
So I had to stop work and stay home.
So what are some of the other challenges you experience caring for him?
I try my best and try to give him the much attention that his sister and brother need. Here he's getting enough attention here from Akeem and the others, Calvin and others. And he's like what he's getting because he's laugh up and friend up with them. And here he is gaffing. Nathaniel, you gaffing?
Hello. How are you? He's smiling actually. You want to say something to the camera? Hello.
Excuse me.
I'll take that as a comment.
When I first realized that I was giving birth to a child with microcephaly, it was after my second ultrasound. My gynecologist, she thought that she was a breech birth because the head was so small. She thought maybe she was in reverse. Well, after doing the ultrasound, they did a circumference of the head of the fetus and they put suspected microcephaly. But I was in denial at first. I was thinking I didn't have any rash or anything like, with Zika happening. I was pretty careful with making sure I have on repellent. But after she was born, it was indeed a case of microcephaly. And they also told me that maybe you had Zika, but you didn't know because you could have Zika without any symptoms. And I wasn't even aware of that. And so just dealing with the reality of the situation was hard at first. But through the Ministry of Health, all the mothers, all the parents, the first thing they did was send a response team to our home, just assess the situation and to even offer some counseling in terms of what you might have to expect with a child with so many different range of disabilities. And so it was just a matter.
So they had a register of children in the system already?
Actually, no. Amaria was one of the first 2 cases reported because what happened, she was born in September and the Zika outbreak started in January. So 9 months after that is when the babies now started popping up. And I was told about 20 of us in all over a period of maybe a year or 2 started giving birth to children with microcephaly. So I started researching as much as possible to educate myself about what microcephaly is and what are the things I would have to cope with her and her challenges. So we had a range of tests being done to see what her limits might have been. And so far I've been coping pretty well with it, with the help of counseling and even with her with physiotherapy acts to make sure that she is limber and stretches. Exercise is very important because it's a case where she can't walk right now. She's almost 3 years old, but still small in stature, and because of the brain damage, speech is a challenge too, so she probably won't be able to speak very soon, but all of that involves speech therapy, mobility therapy. She had eye tests and they said her optic nerve was damaged, so she might probably need to do a follow-up test, but for now she doesn't track, so the vision is impaired as well. So that's a lot to deal with for any parent to know that the child right now can't walk, talk, or see. But at least you have to look at the positives in that she has really good hearing, and that's why the different approaches are focused on things that are audio based, and she also gets seizures, so it's a lot to deal with, and that's why the support is necessary for the parents.
I know you talked about her challenges. What are some of her strengths?
Well, she's a very happy baby. She giggles a lot, and anytime she starts giggling, like everything has to stop, and we're just watching Amaria giggle because it's so funny. And then apart from that, she has a good appetite, as you could probably see. She would eat anything. You just have to make sure it's pureed because she could choke sometimes. So she loves Nestum. What else? She's just she's a very pleasant child, and you could see her personality, even though she can't really communicate as a typical child would. You could tell when she's happy, when she's sleepy, when she's, angry. She's angry when if you exercise and it hurts, she would fret with you. So it's about, like right now, I think she's tired.
So what is your wish for her in the future or hope?
I hope that she could reach her fullest potential. I hope someday she'll be able to learn to walk, because she's very active with her feet and so on, and be able to sit up on her own. There are just different milestones that you would have for a child with her range of disabilities that you just hope for the tiniest bit of improvement, and that's a big thing. And I hope one day she'll be able to at least say mama. Mama first would be good before dada.